Hello, welcome to the Earth Angel Vortex with Auric Asana. So, today's practice is for the spring equinox. Happy New Year as well. Spring equinox is here, and with it comes the new zodiac year. We have entered Aries season. Now, with the sun in Aries, Aries can bring kind of two different energies. The first is, of course, the energy of the ram, charging head first with powerful horns and meeting the universe, meeting our problems, meeting things head on. But Aries can also be the energy of a newborn baby. It is the baby of the zodiac, being the first sign. So, with that energy, kind of the two sides of the coin, that really embodies newness, potential, unlimited potential, truly. So, in AstroYoga, Aries rules over the top of the head, the face, and the eyes. So we will be hitting those points as we move through practice today with some poses to balance the energy of Aries within us, as well as invigorate it a little bit. So invigorate and balance. As well, we will be tying in the energy of the equinox. Now, the equinox is an astrological event where the amount of sunlight and moonlight is nearly equal. So, in Astro Yoga, our intention is to work with our own solar and lunar energies. So, our solar energy, our masculine energy, the actions we take, lunar energy, our feminine energy, and that is being able to magnetize things. Also super consciousness, subconsciousness. Solar energy is the right side of the body, lunar energy is the left side of the body. So taking all of those things into mind for our practice today, we will really work to balance out our masculine and feminine energy and really just get in sync with nature, because when we are in sync with nature, the seasons, astrology, we naturally feel more balanced mentally, physically, and emotionally, and that feels good. It feels good to be balanced. So, on that note, we will make our way to the mat. When you practice yoga, it is a time to tune into your body. So, if there's any flows or poses that don't feel good, skip them. There is no goal in yoga, it is simply showing up on our mat and listening to our internal wisdom. So, let's get started. It is always great to have props with you, so you can have blocks nearby, strap, bolsters, plankies, whatever. Always good to have them just within reach. All right, now at the top of our mat, we'll begin in Tadasana, mountain pose. So lift and spread the toes and begin to just play with shifting your body weight forward and backward, and then finding that middle ground, that point of balance. And then the same thing, just shifting left and right, playing with those polarities, and then finding the balance between. Now we'll come together and we'll take a big inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, circle the arms up. And then keeping the hands overhead, we'll inhale and reach up and over to the left side, finding a side bend. Breathing into the right side ribs. And then inhale through center. And then up and over to the other side. Breathing into the left side ribs. Inhale back through center. And then we'll take a big inhale and stretch up and into a little back bend, engaging the glutes, lifting the knees. And then find just a gentle forward fold. Bending the knees nice and deeply, maybe rocking side to side. And then slowly we'll unroll back to Tadasana. Take our hands into Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. And this is our opportunity to set an intention for practice today that we will also take off the mat with us. And your intention can be around balance, like the equinox. It can be around this new year and what you'd like to invite in across all the zodiac seasons of this year. And then when you've found your heartfelt intention, you can seal it in, bowing the head inward. Taking a big breath. Exhale. And then we'll move into our sun salutations. Inhale, let the arms sweep wide and high. Exhale, fold, hinging at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. We'll step back into table to start. And then inhale into cow. Exhale, round out into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And continue moving at your own pace with your breath. And just connecting with the back side of the body and the front side of the body. And then you can continue that way, or maybe wag the tail side to side, working into the left and right side body, incorporating the head and neck. And maybe combining into a circular motion. And if you've found that circular motion with the body, you can change directions. Now, really spread out the fingers like rays of the sun. Make sure the elbow creases are facing each other. And then we'll shift into downward dog. Coming onto the balls of the feet, lift the hips high. And you can just begin to walk your dog, bending the knees, stretching through the feet. Begin to find stillness. Push the earth away with the hands. Weight is in the knuckles. Let the heart reach through the frame of the shoulders and reach the tailbone up to the sky. Now step the feet together and we'll inhale the right leg high for three-legged dog, and then open, stacking the hips, bending the knee, circle the ankle. Other direction. And then circle the knee. Big circles warming up into the hips. Change direction. Extend the leg. And we'll just bend the knee and extend. Bend the knee and extend. One more time, just bending, extending, and lower the right leg down. Take a moment in a downward dog or child's pose. And then again, feet come together, this time lifting left leg high. Three-legged dog, open the hips, stacking them. Bend the knee, circle the ankle. Change directions. And then big circles with the knee. Change directions. And then we'll find that extension and bend. Just starting to activate through our legs, warming up slowly. Then you can slowly lower the legs down. Gaze forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hand, step back plank. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to lower down to the mat. Feel free to drop the knees. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Now stepping the feet together. Inhale the right leg high. Draw the knee into the belly and we'll step the foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Rise to warrior one. In warrior one, we want this heel to heel alignment. Hips and shoulders squared to the top of the mat. Biceps in line with the ears. Take a breath here. Feeling grounded through the feet. Inhale again. And then we're going to find a little flow. Bringing the hands together. We'll inhale, reaching into a little back bend. And we'll exhale all the way down, reaching to the top of the mat. Inhale into that back bend. Exhale, reaching forward. Now beginning to move with your own breath at your own pace between these 2 points. Staying steady through the low body and staying soft and flowy through the top. One more time, each way. And then we can lower the hands down either side of the front foot. Step back plank. Lower through your vinyasa. Option to lower the knees. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Feet together. Inhale to lift the left leg high. Draw the knee into the chest. Step the left foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Warrior one. Heel to heel alignment. Take your time to energetically square the hips and shoulders to the top of the mat. Biceps in line with the ears. Take a breath here. And then you know what we're doing. We're going to interlock the hands. This time do the awkward grip, so the opposite thumb and finger in front. And then we'll inhale to come into that little back bend and exhale to come forward any amount, reaching to the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale, flowing with your own breath at your own pace. Feeling grounded through the feet and flowing with the upper half of the body. One more time. And then exhaling all the way down with the hands stepping back plank, flowing through your vinyasa or just moving into downward dog. And then gazing forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to add on to that flow. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back plank. We'll take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale into cobra or upward dog if you're feeling warmed up. Shifting into downward dog. Now step the feet together. We're going to inhale the right leg high. And then we're going to walk the hands back to meet that left foot. Option to turn it into a balance challenge and maybe taking that left hand to the left leg, using the glute to lift the right leg any amount. And then challenging our balance and finding those tiny fluctuations to calibrate our balance. And then your hands can walk forward back into 3-legged dog. Draw the right knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Warrior 1. Now this time, we're going to flow into Warrior 3. But you have the option to do what we did last time and just coming into that humble warrior, reaching to the top of the mat. From here, we'll find that little back bend. And then we'll shift the weight into the front foot, floating the back leg up into Warrior 3, just for a moment. Inhale back, exhale into Warrior 3. Trying to find a nice straight line from fingertip to toe tip. Doesn't have to be perpendicular with the earth, but trying to just find that straight line at whatever point feels good for our bodies. Just flowing at your own pace, playing with your balance, and it's okay to fall. Ooh. Let's do it a couple more times. Then inhaling through Warrior 1, exhale all the way down to the earth, step back plank or downward dog, and maybe flow through Vinyasa. Inhaling Cobra or Upward Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. Take a breath here. Exhale. Now inhale the left leg high. And then you can stay here or walk the hands back to that standing split. You can, again, stay here or maybe challenge your balance and take that right arm to the right leg. Using that left glute to lift the left leg high any amount. And then playing with your balance. When you're ready, you can walk back to that 3-legged dog. Inhale, and then exhale, draw the left knee into the chest. Left foot comes between the hands. Rise, Warrior 1. We'll be doing that same flow from the other side. Choose your own adventure. Hands interlock, inhale into a little back bend, and then either just reaching forward or floating into warrior three. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior three. Couple more times, moving at your own pace. And then when you're ready, exhaling all the way down to the earth, stepping back, plank or downward dog, flowing through your vinyasa, meeting in downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale, gaze forward, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take 2 breaths here. Staying connected to each inhale and exhale. Trying to make them even. And we'll just take a couple more breaths here to just notice the heat we've begun to create in our bodies. Now we're going to flow through our sun salutation and add on a little bit more. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back plank. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to lower down or just shift into downward dog. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here. Exhale, step the feet together. Inhale, lift the right leg high. And then walk the hands back to meet that left leg. Now you can stay here, both hands on the earth. You can take the left hand to the left leg, or maybe we want to bend that top leg knee and take the left hand to meet the foot for a bind. Playing with balance here. When you're ready, you can release the bind, extend the leg, walk the hands back to 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, rise into warrior one. So this time, we're gonna, again, play with balance a little bit more. You can either find our first flow, the second flow into warrior three, or if you'd like, you can shift forward and float all the way down into that standing split, and then float all the way back into warrior one. It's meant to be fun. Feel free to challenge yourself or not. Flow with your own breath into standing split. Inhale back, warrior one. Exhale forward, standing split. Inhale back, warrior one. Couple more times. One more time for fun. And then exhale to lower hands down to the earth and flow through your vinyasa or meet in downward dog. Take a breath in downward dog. One more big breath through the nose. Exhale, step the feet together. Inhale the left leg high. Again, staying here, or walk the hands back to meet your foot. You can stay with hands on the earth. Maybe right hand comes to the right leg. Or maybe we bend the top knee and take the right hand to that left foot for a standing split bind. One more breath. And then you can release, extend that left leg up, walk the hands to your three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, draw the knee to chest and rise into warrior one. Now we've been here before, same thing as the other side. We'll inhale back and then exhale forward into our standing split. Inhale back and exhale forward. Inhale back and exhale forward. Continue flowing at your own pace, using the breath to guide you. And one more time for fun. On your next exhale, coming all the way down to the earth, either coming into downward dog or flowing through a vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. And then we're gonna meet in child's pose. So lower the knees down, bring the third eye down to the earth. And we'll take this time for some introspection to note how the physical body is feeling. To see what direction our energy is flowing, upward or downward. And we'll begin to even out the inhales and exhales. Now we'll just inhale to rise and come back into table. We'll flow through cat and cow again. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And just notice how our body feels after creating a bit of heat. Do we have a different range of motion? Do we have any different sensations? Maybe that side to side. Maybe we want to circle the head, just to check in with the neck and shoulders. And then we'll find our way back to downward dog. From here, we're going to step the right foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down, heel to arch alignment this time, and inhale into warrior two. Now just take a moment to bend into your warrior two. Just starting to open up through the hips, groin, inner thighs, arms are at shoulder height. And make sure we're not reaching too far forward, too far back. We're balanced in the middle here. And just bend, 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 bend. And then find your warrior two today. Let's flip the palms to the sky, set those shoulders on the back, and then bring the palms back down towards the earth. Now we'll play with a little flow, inhaling into a reverse warrior, keeping the lower body as is, and then exhale, shifting into side angle. The forearm can rest on the thigh or earth, and the left arm sweeps overhead, bicep in line with the ears. Inhale back, and exhale, side angle. Inhale back, exhale, side angle. Inhale back, exhale, side angle. Inhale back, and this time holding side angle. Now in side angle, our intention is to keep both sides of the body equal, balanced. So we'll inhale to really lengthen that underside body. Exhale, scrunch the top side body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scrunch. The spine should feel neutral, and the gaze can come to the earth to assist with balance, or to that top hand if you want a bit of a balance challenge. From here, you can begin to extend the front leg, take the right hand to the right ankle, and reach the left hand up, triangle pose. Again, to help with balance, gaze comes to the earth. To challenge balance, gaze comes to the sky. We want to aim to feel even through both sides of the body here. And keep the inhales and exhales long and even. Now we'll sort of sweep that top arm down and turn both toes to the long edge of the mat, bowing the head down for an expanded forward fold. Fingertips come in line with the toes. And this is a great opportunity to release that head, shaking it side to side, yes and no. Let the head feel heavy. Couple more breaths here. And then we'll inhale, hands come to the hips. Slowly unroll to the top of the mat, or to standing upright. And then we'll turn the left toes to the back of the mat. Keep the right toes toward the long edge. Heel to arch alignment, warrior two with the left side forward. Feel free to take some time to adjust your stance so that you're feeling that energetic opening through the hips, opening through the chest, leaning forward and backwards and finding that balance between the two. And then I really like flipping the palms up to set those shoulder blades on the back, and then letting the palms come back down. And then we'll just bend, begin opening up through the hips, finding our depth in our warrior two. And this pose really is a symbol of living in the present. Our arm forward is the future, arm backwards is the past, and we are balanced in between, in the eternal present moment. Now we'll find that flow, inhaling into reverse warrior and exhaling into side angle. Inhale, reverse, and exhale, side angle. Flowing at your own pace with your breath. One more flow, and then we'll meet in side angle. As we hold, our intention is to even out both sides of the body. Inhale to lengthen the underside body, and exhale to scrunch the top side body, finding that balance. Balance of equal length. when you're ready, you can begin extending the left leg. Take the left hand to the left ankle and coming into triangle. To challenge your balance, you can gaze to the sky, or to steady your balance, gaze to the earth. Let those shoulders relax away from the ears and stack the top hand over the bottom hand. When you're ready, you can let that top arm sweep down and forward, turning both toes to the long edge of the mat. And this time, take the peace fingers around the big toes, bend the elbows outward, and let the head release toward the earth. Shoulders lift away from the earth and come together on the back. When you're ready, take a big inhale to release the hands to the hips and to unroll up one vertebra at a time. We'll turn our toes to the top of the mat. And we'll just roll the shoulders on the back here. We're going to flow back down to the mat to do a little stretching before we find some balance postures. So we'll inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You can step back to plank or to downward dog. Flowing through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Now we'll inhale the right leg high. Draw the right knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands. And then we'll lower the back knee down for a low lunge. We'll take a few breaths here with our hands on the earth. And send the breath to the front of the left hip. Let the head face the earth and close the eyes if that feels good, so we can look inward. From here, we'll begin to shift the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split, and we'll continue to bow toward the earth here. Maybe closing down the eyes so that we can look inward, and sending the breath to the back of the leg, staying broad across our hips. From here, I want you to gaze toward the top of the mat, and then we'll just use our quad to lift the leg off the earth, any amount. Lifting that right leg off the earth. And then we're going to shift back into that low lunge. Option to keep the hands on the earth as before, or to blocks, or maybe inhale the arms up, coming into a little back bend, just getting a bit deeper into those hips, but also having to use strength here to stabilize and hold. Take a few breaths. Now we're going to find a flow between the two poses and adding a bit of a balance challenge. So we'll inhale here, and then we'll exhale to shift back into that half split, keeping the hands off the earth if that's accessible. Inhale back into low lunge, arms reach up. Exhale into half split, arms reach toward the toes, but maybe staying off the earth. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then we're going to bring our hands down to the earth and set up for pigeon. So the right knee comes toward the right wrist, left ankle towards left wrist. Stretch the left leg back. Now this is an asymmetrical pose, but we're going to start by actively drawing the knees toward each other. So push the knees into the earth and find that balance, that squaredness through the hips. And maybe we reach the arms up to start. Taking a few breaths here. And then you can slowly make your way into fold forward, bringing the head down to the earth, grounding our Aries energy, and coming into the breath. Couple more breaths here. And with each exhale, if there's anything you're needing to release or let go of, this is your opportunity to give it back to the earth. And when you're ready, you can inhale to rise and walk the hands back toward the hips. We'll press into the hands, come onto the ball of the back foot, tuck the right knee in, and find downward dog. And just compare our left and our right side momentarily. Before we step the left foot between the hands, lower the knee down, setting up for low lunge with the left leg forward. Let's take a few breaths here. Gaze toward the earth, or maybe closing the eyes. Maybe you want to compare and contrast the left and right side, the feminine and masculine side, the lunar and solar side. When you're ready, we're going to shift the hips back into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. And again, bowing forward, sending the breath to the back of the left leg. from here, we'll find that little activation through the quad by lifting the left heel off the earth. And this side is harder for me. Maybe just comparing each side just to acknowledge and let it go. All right, you can shift back into your low lunge. Hands can remain on the earth, or maybe this time you want to inhale the arms up, bringing a little bit of activation through the lower body to stabilize as we stretch. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, biceps in line with the ears. And then you can bring your hands to the earth or keep the hands lifted as we float back into our half split, bowing forward with the arms and body. Inhale back into your low lunge. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more time, exhale. Now we're going to shift forward, finding pigeon on the left side. So the left knee to left wrist, right ankle to right wrist, stretch the right leg back. And in this asymmetrical pose, we're going to find the squeeze energetically of the knees toward each other, squaring the hips, maybe lifting the arms up. Active pigeon for a few breaths. And then you can begin to fold forward into your pigeon, any amount, and really grounding into the earth. So option is to take a block under the head or a bolster to find groundedness. And then tuning our attention inward. The breath is the agent of change here, so we're finding stillness, but utilizing those inhales and exhales to find the areas of tension and then release them. If there's anything you've been holding or you're wanting to let go, this is your opportunity to give it back to the earth. And when you're ready, you can inhale to rise up. Take the hands under the shoulders, come onto the ball of the back foot, shift into downward dog. You're welcome to flow through one last vinyasa if you'd like, or you can begin to walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then we'll inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. I'll just take a few breaths here. Checking in with yourself. And we're almost coming to our seated postures, but we'll find quick balance postures before we get there. So I'm going to face the camera here, but you can just face the top of the mat. We're going to turn out the right foot, shifting the weight into the left foot, and we're finding tree pose. So option to keep the right foot in this kickstand position, come to the calf, or come to the inner thigh, as long as it's not situated on the knee. And then we'll find this balance of pushing the right foot into the left thigh and the left thigh back into the right foot, creating stability. And that is really kind of what balance is. To find balance is to find stability. So from here, we're going to find a kind of asymmetrical position with the arms. We're going to take the right wrist to the right knee, and then we're going to take the left arm up. And we'll just tune into our breath here and those little fluctuations. Now, you can stay here, or you have the option to begin to slide that right arm down the right knee, finding a crooked tree, a little side bend, any amount. Finding a gaze point on the earth for balance. And I really love this theme that our gaze, our eyesight, helps with balance. That really is how Aries and the Equinox relate. Aries rules eyesight, foresight, insight, oversight, and literal sight. And the Equinox is that balance that we always find. Now coming back through center, you can again stay here with any variation of the arms, or maybe you want to fold forward any amount, maybe taking the hands down to the earth. And then rising back up. Ooh, ooh. Falling is fun. And then we'll release our tree on this side. Now shifting our weight into the right side, finding our version of tree on the left, finding our balance of the left foot to the right thigh into the right foot, which gives us stability. And then finding that asymmetry, left wrist to knee, right arm up, finding that gaze point for balance. And then maybe you want to stay here or begin to slide the left arm down, any amount, for our crooked tree, keeping that gaze point. When you're ready, you can inhale to come back through center and maybe staying in our neutral tree or folding forward towards the earth, any amount. Remember, falling is cool, funny, okay, fun. And then rising back into our tree, taking a breath, and then we'll release both feet back down to the earth. Now, we're just going to make our way to seated any which way. And we're going to find staff pose, which is the ultimate reset. Extend the legs. Now we're going to activate the toes toward us, lift the knees, activating the quads, remove the flesh from the sits bones, connecting them with the earth, And then lift the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Pull belly button towards spine, Uddiyana Bandha. And then tuck the chin for a throat lock. And we'll press the hands into the earth. Shoulder blades move together. And this is a very static pose, but so active. So trying to activate toes, knees, pelvic floor, core, shoulders, chin, and hold. This rebalances our energy, locks in our energy, and resets our joints and our muscles after stretching and working in different poses. All right, you can release that when you're ready. And we'll just find a comfortable seat for a little breathwork practice. So we're going to take our pointer finger, middle finger to our third eye. I use my right hand because I'm right-handed, but whatever hand calls to you is okay. Then we're going to be doing Nadi Shodhana, which is balancing our Ida Nadi, which is our feminine energy that flows up to the third eye, and our Pingala Nadi, which is our masculine energy, our solar energy that winds up to our third eye. When these two energies come together, it's called Sushumna Nadi. And this breathwork practice really does work to balance out our nadis. So, pointer finger, middle finger, third eye. The thumb will be used to close the right nostril, and the ring finger will be used to close the left nostril. We'll start by just taking breaths regularly through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. A couple more breaths, and I want you to just see which nostril you're predominantly breathing through. And just take mental note. And then we'll begin by closing the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale right nostril. Exhale left. Inhale left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. 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 Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And then release this breath. Just tuning back into your natural breath in and out through the nose. Just notice the effects of that breath work on your body and mind. And just roll the shoulders back and forward. You can roll the head side to side. We're going to make our way down to the mat. Slowly unrolling one vertebrae at a time. And then hugging the knees into the chest. can rock side to side. And then we'll find a twist, lowering the knees to the left side, extending the right arm into a T shape or cactus shape. Left hand can come over the right knee, and gaze can come to the sky or over the right shoulder. Utilizing the breath to expand into all sides of the body here. And really surrendering the full weight of your body to the earth. Take a couple more breaths. Really exhaling all your air. Inhaling fully, expansively. And exhale. On your next inhale, making your way back to center. Hugging in the knees, rocking side to side to gently let the spine come back to neutral before letting the knees fall to the opposite side. Stacking the knees and the hips, right hand over the left knee, and then extending the left arm to a T shape or cactus shape. Gaze to the sky or over the left shoulder. And then coming into the breath. Finding expansion with each inhale. Taking 2 more breaths expansively, and with each exhale, feeling heavier and more supported by the earth. When you're ready, you can draw the knees back through center, hug the knees in, rock side to side. And then you can find shoulder stand or just extend the legs for waterfall pose. If you are finding shoulder stand, the hands come behind the back. There's no weight on the neck. The weight of the body is on the shoulders. And the feet are stacked in such a way that it feels like they're kind of weightless and floating. Either option helps to let the blood and lymph return toward the heart to be refreshed. Just tune into this waterfall sensation of stagnant blood draining out of your extremities. If you are in shoulder stand, feel free to find plow by flexing the feet, letting them drop overhead toward the earth for 5 breaths. And after those 5 breaths, you can begin setting up your Shavasana, letting the legs come back down to the earth and letting them come about as wide as your mat. Toes fall open to the corners of your mat. Arms come to a 45-degree angle, palms to the sky. You can tuck those shoulder blades together on your back. Tuck the chin to signal the body for rest. And close the eyes. Begin to let go of your practice today. And let your breath become natural. You can let yourself drift off into that quiet white space. Now you can stay here in Shavasana as long as you would like. If you're feeling ready to come out, you can slowly bring your awareness back to this time and place. And begin to deepen your breath. And invite small movements into the fingers and the toes, eventually circling into the wrists and ankles. Both directions. And then when you're ready, we'll take a big inhale overhead, stretching the arms and toes as long as they can go, and then hugging one and then both knees into your chest, giving yourself a big hug until you're ready to fall onto your side and push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. So, thank you so much for practicing with me for this equinox and the start of the Zodiac New Year. I want you to take a moment to see how you're going to take your intention for your practice on the mat today off of the mat. And a question that came to mind for me was, how am I finding balance in different areas of my life? And how can I use my foresight and my insight to find balance so that I feel stable? So I invite you to consider those questions for yourself, because yoga is the practice of life. We show up on our mat so that we can show up off of our mat in our truest form. So anyways, thank you so much for practicing with me. Thank you for practicing with yourself. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, anything, I am always available over email, messenger. Hit me up. But I love you so much. Bye.